Hi guys, welcome back to the 12 days of foundation. Just kidding. Today I'm here with a good old-fashioned collective haul. I actually haven't filmed since the 12 days of foundation, so it feels weird to be back. But anyways, I picked up a bunch of stuff over the past month, 2 months, Sephora VIB sale, Makeup Revolution, some skincare, hair care, a bunch of stuff. So I figured I would show it to you. And I don't do a lot of hauls anymore because I kind of buy things willy-nilly for videos or for whatever it may be. But for some reason over the past 2 months, I just went a little bit bonkers crazy. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I had mentioned at the end of the 12 days of foundation, I'd actually placed an order on the Makeup Revolution website for their stick foundation along with their Conceal and Define foundation. I did plan on reviewing these during the 12 days of foundation, but they didn't show up in time. It didn't take a super long time to get to me. I can't remember exactly how long, but I've had a good experience shopping from their website and I was not charged customs, which is awesome. So definitely recommend if you were kind of like, how do I get Makeup Revolution? You can just purchase right off their website. So I picked up the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I got it in the shade F12 and F11. I'm wearing F12 right now. It is my first time wearing it, but from what I can tell so far, I thought it blended out really, really beautiful. I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker, I guess, than what it was, but I thought it had a really beautiful, easily blendable texture. So I definitely will review this. I, of course, just want to play around with it a little bit more. So I got the stick foundation as well. This is newer, but still not super new. I didn't know my foundation shade in Makeup Revolution, so that is why it's kind of taken me a little bit longer. I was waiting for some reviews to come out, and that's a big reason why I like to do foundation reviews, is because when I go to find for certain brands, like say Makeup Revolution or Clinique or something that, although Makeup Revolution is getting quite popular, but a lot of the time when I go to figure out what my shade is, it takes a long time because I can rarely find anyone who looks like me. That's a big part of why I started my channel, actually. But anyways, I picked up the stick foundation in F11, F12. I have not tried it yet, but I've heard really good things. And then I also picked up their Revolution Pro Full Cover Camouflage Concealer. I got this in C7. I love the Conceal and Define Concealer. I have not tried this one yet. And then there's also like a corresponding foundation that goes with this concealer, but I wanted to pick up the stick and the other one first before I purchased like 6 foundations, and then I would at least know my shade because I have a little bit of color now. I just got back from vacation. If you missed my Bahamas vlog, I will link that down below. It's a super fun one. But yeah, so I still need to try out all these products, so stay tuned for reviews. And of course, if there's anything you see here in this haul that you'd like to know more about, just let me know down below and I'll be sure to try and include it in upcoming videos. So use this for the first time today in the shade Soft Brown. I thought it was a nice pencil. It's definitely on the drier side, which I definitely prefer for my brow pencils over something that's too creamy. It has a nice spoolie on it. My only kind of qualm with it is it definitely is a little bit warmer than I would normally go for, but I think it looks okay. And then I also picked up this, this is the Makeup Revolution lip liner. I can't remember the exact name, but this one is in the shade Prime. And I've only used this once, but it feels like a really nice creamy texture. It has that kind of like terracotta-ish brown. I actually am wearing it today, but you can't really tell because I put a liquid lipstick over it, but it does feel like it has a really good texture. And then this was really curious to me, or I was very curious about this. It is the Jelly Highlighter. This one is in the shade Monumental, and I have not tried the Farsali ones. Those look gorgeous. This one, I don't know, because I can't compare to the texture and the finish of the Farsali. So I am wearing this today. I do have a powder highlight over it, but I'm not so sure about it. The texture is almost a little bit chunky. Not that there's bits of glitter in there, but it really feels like it could mess up your makeup bad. It didn't mess mine up today. I played very carefully with it. I just put a tiny bit on the cheeks and then followed it and didn't let it like sit on my skin or anything, just blended it out automatically. But it almost looks like it's separating in there. I don't know. I feel like the finish was nice. It's definitely not as gold as I wanted it to be, but I don't think, as of right now, that the texture that the finish on my skin or the color negates the fact that it's a little bit difficult to apply, if you know what I mean. Like, I've got other liquid and cream highlighters out there that I really love that are much easier to apply, and it's not like this ends up being looking like so crazy unique and gorgeous that I really want to play around with this too much. So I will keep trying it. Let me know if you have tried these. I'm mostly just disappointed in the color of it. I wish it was a little bit warmer, but it is interesting. So let me know if you have tried it. Moving on to Sephora VIB. I think this was VIB or maybe the Appreciation. I can't remember, honestly. But I picked up this Morphe sponge. I feel like this is the one that people like. I can't remember. I got mixed messages on this when I said I purchased it, but this is the Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge. But to me, like, a beauty sponge should be able to work for foundation as well. On the back here, it says it's for ultimate control for contouring, highlighting, and baking. And then this was kind of confused me. It says, pair with your favorite makeup and blend the rules. Is that supposed to be like break the rules? I don't know. I don't think that that pun was worth it. But anyways, I used it for the first time today. It feels nice. It's definitely not the softest sponge. It might be a little bit denser than the Real Techniques, but this was $9.50, I think, and I threw it in my order. I don't think I had to get to a total price. I think I just wanted to try it, and it was out of stock, and then it came back in, so I definitely got on it. I think it's nice. It's definitely not like a horrible dupe, because there's so many bad dupes out there. I think it's definitely a good option. If you're doing baking or anything like that, they do have the nice flat edges. I did use this to blend out my cream contour today, so far so good, and I think that price is really great. For my base today, I decided to pick this up. This is pricey. This is, I think, $67 Canadian. Anyways, it's the Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum, and first complaint is the font on the back. I don't know if it's the lighting in my room, but it's like gold on teal, and I literally was like this trying to read it. Like, I don't know if I'm just old, but anyways, I've seen amazing reviews about this. It's my first time using it today, and I used it with a new concealer and a new foundation, so I'm gonna need to play around with it some more. Right off the bat, I will say it does have a nice texture. I was afraid that it looked so thick, and it talks about like really blurring the skin, that it was gonna really pile up on the skin and feel too heavy and not feel like it kind of blended out. But I really do feel like it made things look softer, at least initially, so I will have to keep playing with it. I was really curious to try the Unicorn drops as well. I think those were more recommended for oily skin. I didn't ever try it, but let me know if you have tried Versali. It is super hyped up. I am now quite curious about that jelly highlighter, because I've been so into cream and liquid highlighters lately, and that one just looks to be like the gold standard. But I will need to keep playing around with this, but let me know if you have tried it. Let's keep talking about hyped up Instagram brands. Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. I picked this up in Toasted Almond. It's a little more peachy than I would normally go for. I would normally go for something a little bit more yellow. My friend Romy, she has a fabulous Instagram. I will link to her down below. She gets Huda's PR and gave me a few shades as well. So I think, what do I have? Toasted Almond, and I think she gave me Granola too, so I will need to try that. This is my first time trying it today. Definitely super full coverage. I really like the looks of it initially. I'm definitely a full coverage concealer kind of gal, even though I've been more like natural medium for my foundations. I still love full coverage concealer, so I will need to keep playing with this. And because it is so full coverage, you really only need a little bit. So far really happy with that. And then I picked up the Moroccan Oil Treatment. Now, you could call this a repurchase kind of. I have been sent this twice from PR, but I picked it up myself because I run through so much of this, and if you have recommendations for hair oils, let me know, because I really love this one, but I use a lot of hair oil, and I've gone through 3 bottles now. This will be my 3rd bottle in not a long enough period of time, but it is a really great one, so I definitely jumped at the chance to get a discount on it. I think it's fabulous, adds moisture, adds a sheen and smoothness to the hair. It's such an old school, or not old school, but it's such like, I guess, a classic product that's been around for a very long time, and it's only new to me, but I have absolutely fallen in love. I rarely pick up the Sephora point perks or anything like that. They never really appeal to me, and it's always kind of the same things, especially in Canada. But I decided to pick this up. I've never tried it, and I'm curious about it, and I feel like it'd be good for travel, because a lot of the time minis are always like really heavy products, so I thought this might be good. It's the Coconut Water Cream to help hydrate, smooth, and recharge, safe for sensitive skin. I've heard amazing things about First Aid Beauty. Then I got this Bumble and Bumble. I've never tried any of their curl stuff, but this is a gel oil, which sounds interesting because I love gels and oils for my hair, and it's for curly hair. And then I got a 500 point perk, which again, I can't tell you the last time I got a 500 point perk. I think it was a Josie Marin one like 3 years ago when I lived in Newfoundland, because they just never seem worth it to me. And I'm like, I spent $500, and not that this is worth $500, but anyways, This has a bunch of interesting products in here, and again, I have not tried much from Peter Thomas Roth. I don't think I even told you what it was, but it has the anti-aging cleansing gel, which has glycolic acid in there, which I love for my skin. The water drenched hyaluronic cloud cream, again, sounds magical. The firm peeling gel to help exfoliate the skin, and the Hungarian thermal water heat mask. So all of these products sounded really, really interesting to me, and those points have just been sitting there rotting. So I definitely wanted to pick something up, so I was glad that this finally enticed me. And of course, keep in mind when you are shopping online, not only to kind of Google discount codes, not so much for Sephora, but just other websites, but then also don't forget your EBATES. I will link them down below. You get a percentage of cash back. So it might only be like 2%, sometimes it's 15, but it's better than nothing. So I will have that link down below. But yeah, that's everything I picked up from Sephora. Oh, I forgot a item from the Sephora VIB sale. This is the Marc Jacobs. I've been eyeing this for years. The Glow Stick in Spotlight. I think that's what it is. Basically, it's like a deodorant, and just like I mentioned, I've been really into like cream and liquid and glowy makeup and highlighter with no foundation, and this to me really appealed. Although it's not like my dream shade, it's a little bit lighter than what I would want it to be. I wish it was a little warmer. I do think it looks really beautiful on the skin. I don't recommend just drawing it on over your foundation. I recommend putting it on your fingers or on a brush and stippling it into the skin. Not that this is necessarily going to pick up all your makeup, but I feel like you're playing a dangerous game if you do that. From Shoppers Drug Mart, I was given a gift card at some kind of PR event, I think, so I decided to hop on their website and pick up a couple things. I had $100 to spend, and oh, I actually picked up, I don't have it here in front of me, but the Garnier eye makeup remover. That's one of my favorites, so I picked that up as well, but that is in my bathroom being used. And then I also got the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. If you missed this in the 12 days of foundation, this was actually the one that was the most popular. It's weird, you never know, because for a lot of those foundations, I decided to go with things that weren't necessarily brand new, but ones that have been in my collection for such a long time, some classics that I really wanted to test out, and this was one of them. So I picked this up, and I will link to the review down below if you'd like to get some more info on it. Then this was one of my favorite mascaras, and it got discontinued, and I was like kind of sad, but also kind of not, because it's so expensive. And I don't know if I would buy this without a gift card, but it is the YSL, what do they even call this? Vinyl Couture. So not only is this the world's most gorgeous mascara, because it comes in a clear tube, like that's so cool, and then it's got the gold, the YSL, and I'm blinded by the brand name, but it is actually a really, really good mascara. So I'm not gonna say run out and grab it, because like Essence has great mascaras too, but like I've been loving that IT Cosmetics mascara. I don't know what's going on, but this is a really good one, and I had a gift card and I was kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna get myself a, what is this, like $35 or $40 mascara? It's heinous, but anyways, I bought it. And then also, when it comes to Shoppers Drug Mart, they are so good with their online beauty boutique. When you buy high-end things, it comes in a beautiful bag, it's wrapped nicely, you get your samples, but also I got I think because I spent above $75. If you follow me on Instagram, this is long gone. I've like disseminated it amongst my friends, but I got a huge bag with like full-size products in there. It had lipsticks, makeup remover, mini pixie toner, just a ton of stuff, and it wasn't all just like crap. Like, it was such a good bonus gift. So impressed. Every time I've shopped with them, I've been just so impressed. The first time I ever did, I got a $10 gift card in the mail. It was like, or in my email maybe, and it was like, sorry, your order was taking so long to process, here's $10. And I was like, I didn't even notice that it took a long time to process. Like, it still showed up very quickly. So, and you get your optimum points. So if you haven't yet hopped on the Shoppers Drug Mart website, highly recommend it. They have both the beauty boutique high-end items, but now drugstore as well, which is huge for Canada. So of course I will link them down below. I picked this up from Walmart. I was there looking for like some holiday drugstore gift sets, which I feel like in Canada, the drugstore does not have as much like holiday mini makeup like you do in the United States, but I did come across this. I wanted to try it from Milani. It's the Make It Last setting spray. It says it's supposed to help with making your makeup last for up to 16 hours, which that's a bit of a stretch, but I have heard good things about this. The mist on this, however, is very intense. I don't feel like it messed up my makeup, but definitely hold it back. It does have a nice even mist, but it's a very strong mist, so just be careful with that. Yeah, it's she's aggressive, but potentially in a good way. I'll need to keep playing around with this. I'm glad to see Milani is now at Shoppers Drug Mart. They are at Walmart. They're becoming more and more available. A lot of the new products don't seem to show up in Canada as quickly, but what's new? So anyways, like everything else, I will continue to test. So after I did my curly hair routine video, which I will link to down below, some of you seemed interested in more specific curly hair videos. So the best curl definers, and then another one I want to do is the best co-washes, because I had no idea what a co-wash was. Nobody told me this kind of stuff, and I'm still very much learning about my curly hair. So I wanted to pick up a few to try, and actually I have one that I'm repurchasing. That is the Pantene Gold Series. So this line is only available in the United States. I did buy this, all three of these actually, from Amazon.com and shipped them to me. I think I paid a little bit for shipping, but not much. And you can purchase this in a few different places online, and a lot of the time, like there's also a store here called Chloride Beauty, which is a great one, but for me, I hate going places to buy things. Like, I would just rather order it online and spend like the extra $5 instead of spending like not only money and time to get on the bus, but then like you might show up and it's not there and blah, 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 blah. Like when I had a car and was living in Newfoundland, it wasn't such a thing, but now I'm like, it's a higher stakes game. So anyways, I picked this up. If you live in the United States and you have curly hair, run to the drugstore to purchase the Gold Series line. It's incredible. I think when I got this when I went to the Procter & Gamble headquarters last year, and I think it had a pump on it, which was awesome because it's such a huge bottle. But this is sulfate free. It's for dry damaged hair, low lather, paraben free, infused with argan oil. It's great, and I love that you get such a big bottle of it, because if you have curly hair, you know how much hair product you may run through. And then I also picked up two newer ones to me. So Shea Moisture is available now at Shoppers and Walmart here in Canada, but only kind of like smaller parts of the line, so you're not able to get everything. I haven't seen the co-wash here, but this is the Coconut and Hibiscus Co-Wash Cleansing Conditioner. I love this line, so I was excited to try the co-wash. I brought this with me to why can't I remember the name? The Bahamas, and I really liked this. It was kind of a risk because I had not used it before, and I brought this one because it was in the smallest bottle, but this is great. Sulfate free, color safe for thick curly hair, silk protein, and neem oil. Really love Shea Moisture, so this was a really great one. And then Carol's Daughter, I don't think I've tried any of their products before. I remember going on their website years ago when I first started watching YouTube, and people were using Carol's Daughter, and shipping I think was like $40 to Canada, so I was like, no. But I got this on Amazon, and I love that it has the pump. This is the Hair Milk Nourishing and Conditioning Cleansing Conditioner. Deeply moisturizes, prevents frizz, improves softness. So this I think I've only used once, but so far I have not tried a co-wash that I didn't like, and I'll get into it in the video, but let me know down below if you have any co-washes that you really enjoy, especially if you live in Toronto, and let me know where you pick them up. Because I feel like if you go to Walmart or Shoppers Drug Mart, although they do have some of the curly hair lines, they don't have all the lines, so it's not as easy to find co-washes. So that's why I went to Amazon.com. Okay, this is a random purchase from months ago. I saw this on Instagram. I don't know where I was not even in town, and I saw this on Instagram and bought it. And then I never opened it because I wanted to do a video on it. So let me know, because I've got some broken makeup that I've never gotten around to fixing. But this is Moon Mousse. It's the Magic Makeup Repair. And of course you can use alcohol. This is supposed to be better. Honestly, sometimes I just glaze over based on like viral videos and purchase things. I didn't experience any customs with this. I ordered it, I believe, from their website. Honestly, it's been such a long time, but it says all natural formula repairs your broken makeup along with your broken spirit. Amen to that. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see a video on this. I've got a couple different products that I have that are smashed, that have just been sitting there that I have not repaired. So let me know if you'd like to see a video on this, or if you have tried it, because I feel like it got really popular for a minute there, and that was when I bought it, and then it died down, and then I just kind of forgot about it. Lastly, I have a few skincare things that I picked up. The first, actually, this went in my Amazon order. I think I needed to get to $50 for shipping or something like that. But these are the NextCare Acne Absorbing Covers. It says it works like a sponge to absorb pus and oil. Delightful, acne life. So my skin actually has been really, really good lately, and I have not had to reach for these, but I'm very curious. I know there's some other type of Band-Aid thing that you can use in there's another brand of this that's really popular, and I had those in my cart on Amazon.com, but unfortunately everything from Amazon.com does not ship to Canada, and those didn't. But these were another recommendation. I think they were like $5, and you get 24 of one of the smaller size and 12 of the other, so it's a pretty good amount in there. If you're just occasionally, you know, if you get a pimple here and there. I'm not sure how much it would really work on something like cystic acne if it's really deep and under the skin, but like something that pops up around that time of the month or around an event, I'm curious to give those a try. Also, speaking of not only acne but $40 shipping, this is the Renee Rouleau anti-bump solution. So this brand seems to really focus on skincare and cystic acne at that. So although I have had really a good run with my skin lately, not only my skincare, but I've been taking medication since February, but I was still getting cystic bumps every now and then, mostly around the time that I would get my period, but also just kind of periodically one or two would pop up, and it was driving me crazy to the point where I bought this. This was $50 USD. Plus $20 shipping, plus I paid $20 at the door. So this better be magic. That being said, I haven't had any cystic bumps, so I'm glad about that, but also like, I bought this. So I've heard really good things about this brand. I can't remember who brought it up to me, and I haven't really heard anybody ever talk about it, but someone brought it up to me, and based on their website and everything, it just looked good. It reminded me of Paula's Choice in the way that they kind of market themselves. My only issue with this is the system in which you get the product out, because this is an anti-bump solution. It's a nice clear solution. I feel like it's something you could wear under makeup. You can wear it at night. It's not like some really heavy duty chalky looking product that you're gonna like put all over your face at night and be covered in spots. This is completely clear, but I feel like you get too much product out. Like I had one little bump and I kind of wanted to test it out, and I just feel like I got too much product out of here. If this was in maybe a dropper or something, but then maybe the light would get into it. I mean, I'm sure they know what they're doing, but anyways, I don't love the packaging, but this cost me like $100, so when I get a bump, I'll report back on that. And then speaking of Paula's Choice, I picked up 2 items. I want to do a toners video. I've gotten lots of requests on toners, or then also I want to do a video on my favorite exfoliators. And this is a great one. I used this for quite some time and I wanted to repurchase it. They've actually since repackaged it, I just noticed on Instagram. But this is the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting BHA Liquid, and before Drunk Elephant, there was this. I feel like everybody loved this as a good chemical exfoliator for creating radiance, reducing redness, unclogs the pores. A lot of people really love this, so I'm excited to start using it again. I haven't used it in about a year. My camera cut me off. I don't know where I was, but the other thing I purchased was the Paula's Choice Boost 10% azelaic acid. I've heard good things about this. It says it has licorice and salicylic acid, and what does it claim to do? Why did I buy this? It doesn't even say on the box. What do you do? Sell yourself. Okay, so it says, this unique formula uses potent azelaic acid plus other powerhouse ingredients to clarify uneven skin tone, target stubborn spots, and soothe irritation to result in smoother, more radiant, younger looking skin. So that's why I picked that up. And again, I've had a good experience ordering from Paula's Choice to Canada. I always like to mention that because I think it's important, and a lot of people don't mention that kind of stuff, and it's the kind of thing that I would like to know, at least going into it. You know, you kind of face facts when you live in Canada, the shipping fees, the customs, but you like to know ahead of time at the very least. So these are all websites that I've mentioned today that I've had good experiences with. So I will link to any kind of relevant videos down below. Everything I'm wearing on my face will also be listed down below. But be sure to let me know in the comments what you would like to see more of. I will definitely be reviewing those foundations at the very least. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!